Welcome back to the very best game show on This Is Wrestling. Right now, it's the only game show. It is the randomizer once again. Lee Versage, Zach McGibbon, and the super fan, Ben Soubliere. You thought I was going edge. You're not getting it. Nice to have you back, Ben.
Thank you for having me. Wrestling enthusiast preferred title, but I'll take it.
When people say preferred title, they're probably never getting it. Yeah. So the object of this game is to blindly rank 5 wrestlers under a certain category and hope that you can have a pretty good list at the end of it, sometimes sparking some big debates. But Zach, you and I, we're ready to go for this, aren't we?
Oh, I think we're locked in, ready to go.
All right, Ben, what category have you come up with this time?
So for this one, we're going back to the Attitude Era, back to a title that I thought was a lot of fun during, some of the early-ish days of my wrestling fandom when I really got hooked on professional wrestling, and that is Hardcore Champions.
Okay.
All right.
We all remember kind of the masking tape, the hardcore across the crumpled belt.
Yep.
A Hardcore Championship. All right, Zach and I, well, we're Zach's core. I'm hardcore. He's just core.
I tried to play it straight with this one. There was a lot of people that could have made this list.
I'm sure there was.
With the 24/7 rule, but I tried to play it straight and give you some viable options. So to give you a little bit of insight into the strategy for this round, I played it mostly straight.
Terry Reynolds not coming up on the Hardcore Championship.
All right, so coming up first for you to blindly rank is Steve Blackman, the Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I knew he was going to come, and quite frankly, probably near the top. Didn't he have it a bunch of times?
I think he did.
Didn't everyone have it a bunch of times?
I was going to say that that's a title that was held a lot by a lot of people. Yeah, Steve Blackman, I guess he was an interesting character. I enjoyed me a little bit of Steve Blackman.
Do you know why I like this choice? Is because when Steve Blackman had the Hardcore Championship, I believed he was hardcore. It wasn't like just somebody randomly getting the title. It was like, no, he could represent the hardcore.
Yep.
He could kick anybody's ass.
Yep.
Yeah, there was a Screama sticks. I think occasionally busted out the nunchuck as well.
Yep.
But of course, you have to put a cheese head on his head to really get the anger out of Steve Blackman. So,
we're
thinking 2 or 3, for Steve Blackman.
My gut is saying 2, but I might go. You could talk me into 3 if you thought that 2 more were coming.
There's a lot of names that are up on the top of my head that I'm trying to go through. It's like trying to discuss the Hardcore Championship and who really represented the belt so well. It's kind of tough to really narrow it down here, Lee.
All right, let's go 3.
Let's go with 3. Let's go middle of the road here. Go 3 for Steve Blackman.
All right.
I like that ranking. Coming up next on your choices to rank blindly is one of my personal favorites. I think about the time he came down in the middle of the Royal Rumble with a shopping cart filled with weapons. Lee will remember him more fondly from his days in ECW and probably WCW as well, and that is Raven.
Yeah. I was wondering if Raven would come up on this.
No, I love me some Raven. No, I love me some ECW Raven more than WWE but I loved Raven. So this is at least a number 2 for me.
All right. I wouldn't be opposed to him at number 2 either. I also loved Raven's WWF theme song where it's just a Raven going, ka, ka, ka. And a little guitar there as well.
Sorry, do it again.
Ka, 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 ka.
Ka, ka.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some bird enthusiasts here. Great.
Bird is the word.
What I really like about Raven was even before I watched I would say, wrestling religiously, especially not WCW. Never watched WCW. It was garbage.
Hold
What?
on.
Wow.
Listen,
All right.
this might be your game show, but I'm not going to let you get away with that.
No, how
Come on.
dare you?
I would play the games, the video games. Was what was it? WCW NWO World Tour, and Raven was my go-to guy. And then when WWF No Mercy came out, and you could create people, they had the parts for Raven, so they didn't have Raven because he wasn't on the roster yet. But you could build Raven, and it looked exactly like him. He had the even flow DDT and everything.
Yep.
He was my go-to guy in WCW NWO Revenge or whatever it was called, World Tour. I think there's 2 games there, and then WWF No Mercy.
Both the Raven, Nevermore. Number 2, we're going to put as the Hardcore Championship list, Raven.
All right, so your next blind ranking is one Crash Holly.
That's another good one
I know.
for the Hardcore Championship. That
Weighing
man weighs
in at
500
over-
pounds, Lee.
Yeah, beat me to it.
Yeah.
Get on the scale.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Zach, I'm gonna have to have a real discussion with you now on who else you think might be coming. Because for me, even though I wasn't the biggest Crash Holly fan, nobody represented the Hardcore 24/7 Championship more than Crash Holly.
Yeah.
So while I enjoyed Raven as a wrestler better than Crash Holly, when I think of this title, I think of Crash Holly. Who do you think of? And like, who else do you think is coming on this list? Because there's a chance I might put Crash Holly here at number 1. And what does that do? It only leaves 4 and 5 left.
Yes. Yeah. The other one I was thinking of, and this might be a weird name, but it's for whatever reason I always think of this name, is Big
Yep.
Boss Man in the old.
Yep.
And so that's the other one I'm thinking of as a potential hardcore champion person that's been brought up.
In the SWAT gear, you mean, right? Not
yeah,
the
SWAT
prison
gear.
guard. In the prison
not,
gear.
not in the Cobb County, Georgia gear. No, you'll be serving hard times in that gear. But, yeah, that's really the only one. Crash Holly seems, for me, kind of embodies the hardcore division in WWE. So I feel comfortable with him at number 1.
Okay.
It was either I was a little bit like, I was cool with Raven at 2, but there was a part of me that's like, oh, it's just going to drop off from there. And we should have put Raven at 1. But I'm good with Crash Holly at number 1.
He represents to me everything that Hardcore Championship was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crash Holly, number 1.
All right. Like I said, playing it pretty straight. I'm not going to change anything up on you guys. So your next person to rank on this list, like you said, leaving only the 4 and 5 slots open, is one Perry Saturn.
Ooh. Does this include Moppy? Is Moppy included?
With Moppy.
With Moppy and Terry Reynolds and Moppy.
Terry, yes.
And he chose the Mop.
Yeah.
And I think Terry went with someone else, trying to get back at Moppy.
Yeah.
Attitude
Era, baby.
I know. Not where I saw Perry Saturn in the Eliminators.
Yeah.
Going. Man,
did you scream Joey Styles' total elimination call whenever you saw Perry Saturn out there?
I have to admit, as a guy that watched ECW religiously, I loved the Eliminators, and total elimination was my favorite finisher ever. I loved it, and they would destroy people with it.
They hit some dudes with that move.
Like,
it rocked.
It was like, we are going to do this to you. I don't care how hard your head hits the mat. We're going to destroy you.
Yes.
All that said, Perry Saturn a little goofy in WWE.
The weakest link of the Radicals for sure.
Yeah, which sucks because he had the in-ring ability, but
yeah,
he was a good wrestler. I remember Bruce Pritchard said on his show, of the 4 Radicals, he was actually the highest on Perry Saturn just because of his look. But yeah,
I mean, that's just poor talent assessment at that point, though.
Well, that as well. I mean, you also had Benoit and Guerrero in there, so that's also, not a great indictment.
And Dean Malenko.
And Dean Malenko, yeah. Shane Douglas was almost there, Lee. He was almost part of the Radicals.
Yeah, but Bruce Pritchard saying that with Malenko and Benoit and Guerrero, like, come on.
Well, he's an executive producer now, Lee. Who am I to judge his skill and ability back
30 years ago? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? You think the wrestler coming up is going to be better or worse than Perry Saturn? Because that's all we really.
In terms of defining the hardcore championship, because that's the lens I'm looking at it through. Because if I'm just looking pure wrestler, I'm putting him right at 4. But if I'm looking at it from the hardcore championship, and do you think he and Moppy like represented the hardcore championship
kind of
absolute best?
Well, no, no, like we're talking about 4 or 5. We're not talking about 1.
1, yeah. I'd be okay with him at 5.
Okay.
Unless there's a real curveball here at 4 that I'm not thinking of, but it is the hardcore championship. I'm not exactly going to be, lying awake at night thinking, oh, I can't believe I put this guy at 4, so.
Okay. Perry Saturn, unfortunately, comes in at number 5.
And your last wrestler to rank was actually the first hardcore championship. Thanks, Dad. Mick Foley, Mankind. Last person to rank gets your number 4 slot.
Yep.
Yes.
How do we feel about that?
I mean, I actually don't feel that bad about it.
No, neither do I.
I don't really think, I know he brought it in, but I don't think hardcore championship Mick Foley. You know what I mean?
Oh, he won the world title multiple times.
Yeah. He's kind of beyond that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, as a guy who brought it in, yeah, because that was him at the time, but he evolved much more than what that title was. He didn't embody that whatsoever. So,
no.
You know what? As great of a wrestler as Mick Foley was, I don't think that is a misrepresentation of him like bringing in the title, but not being the embodiment of the title.
Me neither.
I feel pretty good about him being at number 4 now that I think about it.
Yeah, I feel good about this list. This might be the best list we've done so far.
Oh, Crash Holly.
Yeah.
Number 1, Raven. Yep. Number 2, Steve Blackman. Number 3, Mick Foley 4. And Perry Saturn 5. I think if we didn't blindly rank it, I might have ranked it the same.
Yeah, I don't think I have any sort of disagreement with that list whatsoever.
Do you guys know who who is recognized as the last hardcore champion?
I don't know who it would be.
No. Want to take a stab? My answer is actually different than what is like officially on there, but okay. I'd like to hear what you guys think in terms of who you think was the last holder of it.
When did it go out? Like 2001?
2002.
2002. Okay. And I'm not sure. There's so many people that could have won it in 2002.
Do you want a hint, Lee, or do you? It was combined with the Intercontinental title, unified.
Okay.
Really?
Yep. And then sort of defended one more time.
Sort of defended one more time. Not exactly the Continental and International Championships.
If that was 2002, that would have been the Invasion era. They were unifying belts all the time.
That is correct. Man. One might call him one of a kind.
Oh, RVD?
Yeah.
RVD.
Okay. All right.
Who's your guess going to be?
So it's not a guess, but it's who I thought was technically the last person to win it, which was Mick Foley brought it back for his feud with Edge for their match at WrestleMania 22, I think it was. Edge beat Foley and took the Hardcore Championship, but I don't think it's officially recognized, but it's the last time we've seen the Hardcore Championship.
Okay. RVD unifying it
with the IC title.
Huh. The lineage just stopped for one and continued on for the other.
Yeah, and then Mick Foley has it randomly because it
Why
made
not?
its way back to him. Why not? And then
Yep.
Edge beat him and took the title, and that was the last we've seen of it.
I wonder if
There you
Edge
go.
still has it up in the rafters.
Yes. Maybe a little scorch from the fire table bump he took in that match.
So I feel really good about our list. Zach, well done. Well done.
Yeah, I think this is well done by us.
Not too many curveballs. I will, for future lists, perhaps toss in a couple more curveballs in there for you guys. But I thought for our first outing of these types of things that playing it straight was the way to go, with the occasional shenanigans thrown in.
Yeah. Well,
The occasional Kenzo Suzuki thrown in there.
The occasional Santino Morella.
Zach, I don't harken back to those shows. I like this. Like we're on a path here. We're just getting better and better and better as these go
Love it.
along. So
Yes.
we'll try to keep going in the future. The randomizer game on This Is Wrestling. Thank you very much, Ben Soubliere.
You're welcome. Am I a host? What am I for this?
Well, you're the host of the random randomizer.
I guess so. All right. Signing off.
You want to be the Bob Barker, the Pat Sajak.
Steve
Ego Drew
Harvey?
Carey is a modern day.
Was just going to rank the top 5 game show hosts that have been on the WWE program.
Bob Barker.
Number 1.
Pretty sure Pat Sajak was on too.
Drew Carey in the
Drew
Royal
Carey.
Rumble.
Yep. Yep.
Drew Carey's
That's WWE Hall of Famer Drew
I was
Carey.
just
Thank
gonna
you very
say
much.
he's a Hall of Famer. Drew Carey.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a couple more that have got on. Huh.
Johnny Knoxville or Steve-O have any game shows? I feel like they probably did at some point.
They probably must have some Daredevil
Probably.
game shows. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
see,
And then Umaga squashed him. I remember that. He was so mad at them that he legitimately squashed them. It's hilarious.
Just legitimately stabbed him in the throat with his thumb.
Yes.
incredible.
Yes.
Because he got up too quick from the last one. It's like, yeah, you're not going to get up too quick from this one.
You're going to itself
But-
for me.
Whoa.
Whoa.
F-bomb. Where's the
Zach,
censor?
we're still we're still rolling.
We're still live. Sorry.
Zach, this Zach McGibbon. Bleep yourself out, Zach.
Whoops.
See, folks, you never know what's going to be on the random randomizer, and that Zach McGibbon would swear at Johnny Knoxville. Like I had no idea that would happen, but that's just another edition on This Is Wrestling.
Ka, ka, ka. Ka, 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 ka. Ka, ka. Ka, 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 ka. Ka, ka, ka.